Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel again and again and again and again and again. So today, I don't even know why I have this selfie stick in my hand, to be honest. I don't know, but today I am going to do a little story time because I don't really have to do anything about my hair or anything like that yet. So this is like a 6-day-old wash and go. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, I'm just gonna tell you like 2 stories, like one's embarrassing and one's like embarrassing. So yeah, let's just jump right into these stories. Okay, so this story happened, like these 2 stories happened to me in high school. So yeah, high school for me was like a great experience. Like it was a blast. Like I enjoyed it a lot, and I would go back for the memories, not necessarily like high school. But yeah, it was a great experience. So first one was when I was like a freshman in high school. I thought, you know, I still liked the ladies a little bit, so if you know what I'm saying, So so I had this my best friend, still my best friend to this day. Her name is Frenchie. You know, you probably saw her in my last video or whatever, but we call her Frenchie. And and she had like this, okay, so Frenchie is this, she's like darker than me, and she has a big booty, okay, like she has booty for days, right? And we'd always, that's what she was known for, not like saying that she was a hoe or anything, but she, like, everybody knew she had a big booty. So so she was in a relationship with this tall dude. Like, okay, so me and Frenchie are around the same height, and we're only like 5'3", and she's like maybe 5'4", so we're short. But she was with this tall, skinny, like skinny, like he was like a little darker than me too. But he like spoke really weird. Like I remember there's this one time we went to Disney World as a choir trip, and I was roomed with him. I don't know why, but I was roomed with him and this other dude, and I was ironing, and he was like, this is not the story. He was like, hey, pass me the urn. And I was like, an urn? Isn't that what you have, like, you know, cremated dead people in there? And I was just like, what? And he was like, the urn. And I was like, nigga, what? And he was like, pass me the urn. And I was like, nigga, I don't have an urn. And then he was like, no, the urn. And I was like, the iron. Got you. So I gave him the iron. But anyways, he was just like really awkward. Like he was awkward. Like his presence was awkward. Like he just didn't know how to like be social, I guess. But yeah, and I still see him like back at home in the mall randomly. It's weird. But anyway, so they were with him. She was with him. His name was, okay, Frenchie, and then his name was, we'll just name him, never freaking fails. But we'll just name him James. Let's just name him James. So Frenchie was with James. So we all went to a football game. And you know, it was like, I was a freshman, so I was like, oh my god, high school football, I love it. Not really, I just went for like the food and like enjoying friendship times. So it was me, Frenchie, and James. That's not even the point. After the football game, we had to walk like a long distance to the tennis courts, because that's where I had made like a rendezvous point for my parents to pick me up, because I didn't drive yet. So we're like walking. At this time the game was like against another school, and I liked a girl from that school, and I knew she was there but I didn't see her. And I was the type that never was like, let's hang out, you know, because I'm not the manliest man, you know what I'm saying? So so we were walking that long distance to the tennis court, and I'm like walking on like the curb. It was like a road, a curb, and then a fence. And so James and Frenchie were walking next to the fence, you know, holding hands or whatever. And I was walking, like balancing myself on the curb, you know, childish things that you do on the curb. And and I see her name, let's just name her Amy. Okay. And so I see Amy, and I walk past her. I was too scared to say hi, so I walked past her. But then I'm like, you know what, just say hi. And she's like leaning on the fence. So I turn around and I go, hey Amy. And then she turns around, and right when she turns around to wave at me, I turn right back around and I run into a handicap sign. Like a handicap parking sign. When I tell you I ran into this sign like no other tomorrow, like I literally face planted with the blue part of the handicap sign. Like it was just like boom, and I was just like, and I looked at Frenchie and James, and I was just like embarrassed, because not by them, I don't care, but like Amy was just looking at me. So she literally, I just set my whole self up for her to look at me, to face plant into this sign. Like, I mean, like, you could hear my face hit the sign. Like, it was like, whoa, boom. And then Frenchie's cracking up. Frenchie's like laughing her ass off at me, and she has a lot of butt, so she was laughing for a good minute, you know. And so, and then James is just like, bruh, this is my James impression. He's like, he's tall and I'm short as hell, so he's like, bro, why'd you do that, bro? Like, I just had the intention of running into a sign. What? And so he's like, bro, man, why you do that, man? Like, bro. And I'm just like, I was like, nigga, shut up, because I hit my nose, and I was just like, shut up, James. And then Frenchie's cracking up, and then I was cracking up, but I was so embarrassed. Like, I wanted to cry because I was so embarrassed. And so I went home, and I texted her, and I'm like, hey, did you see me tonight? And she was like, oh, were you the one that ran into the sign? And I was just like, well, there goes my life. But it's a good thing that happened, because, you know, I'm not interested anyways. But, and I still see her. She used to work at HEB back at home, so I was like, I would go back home and I would see her at HEB, and especially when she would ring us out. Embarrassing. Like, it was just so funny that I legit like face planted into that sign. Like, I didn't even see it coming. Like, I wish I could have like a recording of what I did, because when I tell you, you could hear my whole face and meet that sign. Like, we were just making out. Like, God, ridiculous. But yeah, that's just that story of high school. Like, I always tell people that story because it's just like the most embarrassing moment I've ever had in my life. But yeah, here's the second story. I got arrested, okay? What? I got arrested? Oh my God. But no. So I was in high school. I think it was like the summer of my sophomore year. And keep in mind, y'all, you just do things out of the whim sometimes. It may not even be like what you normally do. Like, it might not even be with your morals. I just did it, okay? So I went with my grandpa. You know, we always go, like, we were visiting my aunt who lives like close to, like, if you're familiar, the San Antonio area. And she was in the Air Force, so there was an Air Force base, and we'd always go on the Air Force base. But first, me and my grandpa, we went to like Walmart off base. We went to everywhere off base, okay? Keep in mind, those were open for what I was doing. So our last stop was the PX on base. So I went to the PX, you know, and at this time I was very infatuated with Hello Kitty. I thought she was so cute. Everything I wanted was Hello Kitty. I was like, let me get that. I mean, I wouldn't wear it or nothing. I'm lying, because I had a pajama shirt that had Hello Kitty on it. But I saw this Hello Kitty phone case. So I was like, I want that Hello Kitty phone case, and I had money for it, but I didn't want to go up to the line and my grandpa be like, why you have a Hello Kitty phone case, nigga, you gay? Like, I just didn't want him to like put me on blast like that. So yeah, so I got the Hello Kitty phone case. I don't even remember my part of like stealing it, but I stole it. I thought I was a shit. I was like, got my Hello Kitty phone case. I was walking out, and the people were just like right there waiting for me, you know, and they were just like, sir, we need to talk to you for a minute. So my grandpa, we went into the back room. I had to watch myself do like the whole rendezvous, like everything that I was doing to get the case out of the plastic, all that jazz. I had to watch myself on the cameras. And then we had to call my aunt, because she was in the Air Force, because they were going to put me in overnight juvenile. But we had to call my aunt down there and stuff like that. And then they took me in handcuffs. Oh my God, so embarrassing. And they walked me around like everywhere I went to put the like plastic and stuff away. They walked me around within the handcuffs in the store. And literally, I don't remember like doing it. So like when I saw myself in the recording, like the security image, I was like was that really me? It was so weird. I don't remember myself doing it. And yeah, and then they put me in the back of a police car, and I drove down to the station. I had to do like all the little writings, you know, like the confessions and stuff like that. And they were gonna put me in overnight juvenile for like I think a month or something. But my grades and stuff were so cool, good. Like, my record is clean. Like, I don't do this shit normally. Like, I just don't. And so they were like, okay, you're just banned from base until you're 18. So yeah, I was banned from base. But when I tell you that was embarrassing, I didn't cry or anything yet. I didn't cry till I left the building. When I got in the car, I just started bawling. And when I got home to my aunt's house, because my whole family was there, I was bawling because I was really embarrassed. Like, I don't do that stuff. I didn't get in trouble because I don't do it. I just don't know what happened. It was just so embarrassing, like walking around with handcuffs in the like, through the store and people looking at you, you know. I didn't even have, I was bald headed. I had braces on. I couldn't dress. Like, what do I look like? And it was over a Hello Kitty phone case. And the fact that I had money to buy it to begin with, man, I took an L for a phone case. It would be different if I was like stealing like Beats headphones, or you know, something worth value or some shit, but like no, it was over a Hello Kitty phone case. So now like every Christmas my family gives me something because I'm over Hello Kitty. They give me something Hello Kitty just to remind me, like, be like, remember that one time? I'll be like, man, like, it's so fake, but I can't believe I took an L for a Hello Kitty phone case that I could have bought regardless. Like, I'm so dumb I got arrested for that. I'm thinking, like, if people are like, oh my god, you got arrested, and they think I'm like a thug or something. I'm like, nah, for a Hello Kitty phone case. Like, what kind of story is that? Like, it's so dumb, but you know what? It's a memory. I mean, I guess I won't ever do it again. I'll tell you that much. Like, literally, like, scarred me for life. Like, handcuffs, I never thought I would even like meet them. I would never even think I would be in the back of a police car. It wasn't even that serious, but it was on base, which made it 10 times more serious and embarrassing. Like, when I tell you I was so embarrassed, and my grandpa was just like, and then my aunt's like in the room, and I'm just like writing stuff down with my pretty ass handwriting. I don't do this shit. It was just so embarrassing. But yeah, that's pretty much all the stories. Like, those are my 2 most embarrassing moments in my life. Like, yo. Oh, and if you're wondering, this jacket is thrifted, and then watch from Target, Lokai bracelet, and then a Rue 21 bracelet, chain from Mexico. Okay, so yeah. That's just embarrassing. It was just those 2 embarrassing moments that stick with me forever. Like Frenchie will always be like, remember that one time? And I would just be like, shut up. Or like, if I meet someone new, I tell them the story, you know, to get to know me. But yeah, and so now every day, like, I walk through those little like store, like at the store, like little beep things. I always get paranoid because I always like, even if I don't have anything, I just freak out. But yeah, those are my embarrassing stories. I thought I would change it up on this channel, like tell you something, talk a little bit. But yeah, that's my life. That's what I did. I'm a bad boy. But yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope that made you like laugh, or like, if you never thought I would go through that, surprise. Because I did. And yeah, so now that you guys know a little bit about my embarrassing moments, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
I'ma do it like I ain't been done. I'ma do it like I ain't been done.